Hello besties, since I had a lot of opinions to share with you, I thought it would be a good idea to make another one-sentence opinions video. Some of them are more controversial than others and you might not like to hear them, but still, you're more than free to disagree and explain the reason down below. If you want, comment some of your one-sentence opinions as well because I'm curious to know what you think. Now, without further ado, let's start. The Queendom franchise should have never turned into a show for underrated groups. Wonyoung has been overworked for 5 years and it's weird how some divs are complaining about the lack of her solo activities now that she's finally getting to rest a bit. You can't call 50-51 hit wonders until you see them falling off with their following comebacks. They still have the potential to really establish their name, if they manage to solve the issues with their company that is. Yoo-hoo isn't the only one to blame for the Hate Rodrigo MV fiasco. Yena is also partially responsible for the poor choice of concept and naming of the song. It's pretty naive of K-pop stans to really expect people not to vote for minors in Are You Next. We all know people are gonna do it anyway cause they don't really care about minors debuting in the industry. Queen Card's lyrics are so cringe I literally cannot listen to the song. New Jeans Super Shy was mid compared to their other songs. I don't care what people say, I really liked Zero by New Jeans. As much as she looks absolutely stunning with short hair, I would like to see Goohool with long hair again. It pisses me off how K-pop songs are getting shorter and shorter every year. Eve Psyche and the Bluebird's Wife should have really been the title track instead of Unforgiven. Most people will celebrate if 50-50 end up disbanding cause this will be one less threat to their fave's success. K-pop Reddit is slowly but steadily becoming as toxic as K-pop Twitter. I lost all hope for Wake One to step up their game with Kepler. At this point they'll just keep on doing the absolute bare minimum until the disbandment. Just because you don't see the mistreatment with your own eyes it doesn't mean everything is going well behind the scenes. It sucks that most K-pop stans will never realize how precious the friendship between the IVE members is just because they believe stupid TikToks painting them as co-workers. I feel like Kepler stans take the who deserves to be center discussion way too seriously. K-pop stans have lost all critical thinking and they're relying on other people's opinions to decide what to like and what to hate. Comebacks from JYP groups have been so underwhelming lately. Just because a song has a positive and important message it doesn't mean the song is superior to other songs and should be immune to criticism. Sometimes idols just need to be educated and not cancelled. You all need to understand that pick-me and cringe are two different things. Just cause you find an idol cringe that doesn't make them a pick-me. No hate to Soyeon but I personally think she should stick to writing in Korean. People have to realize that the main dancer is supposed to be the most skilled dancer in the group and not necessarily the most charismatic performer. Those who stan project groups have to stop always bringing up the members' ex-groups when they have new groups or have solo careers. Just because every Luna member debuted with a solo it never meant every member was fit for a solo career and that's why most of them are now redebuting in groups instead of going solo. If she was a male idol, people wouldn't call Shuhua rude and disrespectful. They'd call her savage and cool instead. Companies have to stop making their idols star in dramas if they can't act. Acting is not a requirement for an idol's career and they should be doing it only if they're talented. Solo stans are not part of the fandom, so if you see solo stans hating some members it doesn't mean the fandom as a whole is hating their own faves. That just makes no sense. I love my girl Yena, but Yoo-hoo isn't even trying to hide their blatant favoritism towards her and the way they're completely neglecting Everglow is so infuriating. Jewel K's albums are trash and they should disappear from the face of Earth. Being a it girl has nothing to do with talent, so I couldn't care less your fave sings like Mariah Carey. She's still not Wonyoung. Repackage albums shouldn't even exist. Why not just make a mini album with new songs instead? ISD is the best company at fumbling the bag with their artists. The way they managed to fuck all of their careers up during their peak needs to be studied. It's ridiculous how some of you insisted in saying Jennie was forced to star in The Idol as if she wasn't a grown-ass woman able to make choices on her own. Starship needs to fire the whole graphic design team behind IVE's album designs. I'm so serious. Y'all are gonna think I'm crazy but I prefer the sound mix had at debut compared to now. NGENs have to be one of the most ridiculous and immature fandoms to get triggered by the members having a choreo with female dancers. Companies should make idols collab with other idols instead of making them collab with the most random Western artists out there. Companies should make regular content where all of their artists interact together. FNC has to take responsibility and properly promote Cherry Bullet instead of sending the girls to a new survival show every year. It's funny how some stans are trying to discredit Monster X's relevancy in 3rd Gen when they were literally one of the top boy groups and they're still pretty damn successful to this day. I'm kinda tired of New Jeans stans claiming they're the biggest girl group in pop when they haven't even been around for a year and we have no idea how their career path will develop in the future. We low-key need a season 2 of Street Woman Fighter. Fantagio needs to burn in hell for how badly they fucked up Wiki Miki's careers. I wish K-pop groups had more cohesive album packagings instead of changing the design with every comeback. This whole pre-release thing is starting to confuse me. It feels like every group is dropping pre-releases right now. People genuinely need to give Esau more credit for her skills. It's crazy to me how people say aespa fell off when they just sold 2 million albums with their latest comeback. You no longer liking a group's music doesn't mean they fell off. Stop blaming idols for their company's mistakes and stop blaming companies for the idols' mistakes. A member being more popular than the others is not unfair, it's literally normal. Young Love still remains Stacey's best album and one of the best GG albums ever. It's okay to admit an idol who is not your fave is talented. More K-pop stans should start doing it. Just because members of a group are chaotic together it doesn't mean they're necessarily close. Many people grew tired of Cupid but I absolutely didn't. Queen Card is G-Idol's worst title track. 50/50's Aaron has one of the best and most unique vocal colors in K-pop. Line distributions don't always have to be equal, different members are gonna suit different songs and that's okay. Kepler will forever be one of the biggest cases of missed potential in K-pop. There isn't an overall 4th Gen leader and this whole argument needs to stop. I wish people gave idols credit for their improvement instead of always bringing up their past shortcomings. Y'all are really allergic to praising certain idols when they do well and it shows. New Jeans has one of the best branding in K-pop. It's crazy how every Pepsi and Starship collab song has been so good. People should stop bringing up ex-members. I get doing it in the beginning but after a while y'all should learn to move on. I don't think Triple S Soyeon should have joined Queendom Puzzle. She isn't ready yet and has a lot to improve, especially in terms of stage presence. If you don't follow a group, then you have no business commenting on the relationship between the members cause you know nothing. It's not up to companies to send their groups to variety shows because it's variety shows that get to decide who to invite. K-pop stans give Min Heejin a free pass just cause she is a woman. She would have already been cancelled by everyone if she had been a man. Well, that's it. This was kind of a long video. So thank you if you watched till the end. Don't forget to tell me your thoughts down below. Bye everyone. See you in the next video.